Michigan Magazine is kept on the road by our many Michigan friends. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, what began as a crazy idea among 9 police officers to purchase the historic Clare City Bakery quickly became an international phenomenon, carrying on a Michigan tradition with delicious donuts, pies, pastries, breads, original coffee, and more. Plus a full menu at the new adjacent Traffic Stop Diner. Downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. The Art of Amalia Jonas is at the art store near Lupton, Michigan. Stop by her gallery or visit her online to purchase that perfect masterpiece or sign up for private lessons. Begin your journey in the world of art by capturing the inspiration around you under the personal direction of Amalia Jonas at the art store. Hale Hardware, your do-it-center in Hale, Michigan. Much more than a regular hardware store, providing everything you need for whatever your project is, along with a knowledgeable sales staff to get her done. Serving Northern Michigan since 1946. Hale Hardware, south of M65 at Ainsley in Hale. This week on Michigan Magazine, pull up a chair and join us for some delicious, taste-tempting journeys. First, to a new eatery in Mayo that'll take you back to the 50s and 60s with heaping helpings of great American food and nostalgia at Tin Lizzy's. Then we're heading into the beautiful northwestern Michigan hillside to Ellsworth and the Rowe, where locally grown bounty ends up on the tables of this off-the-road gourmet restaurant that's been feeding patrons for decades. We're featuring Michigan's newest and finest on this edition of Michigan Magazine. Announcing the Michigan Paddle Sports Directory, your one-stop internet connection at MichiganPaddlesports.com. It's now possible to explore Michigan's extensive waterways like never before. Michigan Paddle Sports Directory is a comprehensive directory of canoe and kayak rentals and liveries throughout the entire state of Michigan. At MichiganPaddlesports.com, you'll find a great paddling route, outfitter, store, school, rental shop, or tour guide. Michigan's great waterways are waiting for you. Make it an adventure worth remembering by first visiting MichiganPaddlesports.com. Remembering the good old days when cars were cool and dates ended up at drive-ins and soda shops, you can still relive those nostalgic feelings in a brand new 50s and 60s themed restaurant in downtown Mayo. Here at Tin Lizzy's, owners Frank and Lisa Daniels have put their all and complete love into creating a blast from the past. Even the interior booths with etched glass, designed and created personally by Frank and Lisa, etched mirrors in the bathrooms, and authentic classic cars protruding from the walls, restored authentically in detail by Frank himself in his home garage workshop, add to the ambiance. We visited the restaurant to see for ourselves what all the regional buzz was about this young couple's nostalgic mission to bring back the past in a wonderful dining experience. Frank and Lisa, thank you for allowing us in here today. You've got a brand new business. It's got a great theme. Who's going to tell us about Tin Lizzy and how it came about first?
Well, we sat back and we decided that when we were going to open the restaurant, we wanted to do something for a theme.
Okay.
And since I was into restoring vehicles, I decided that why not go for the auto industry, you know.
Okay.
And the nostalgia, all the nostalgic being about it. You know, cars have always been a passion. Cars have always been a passion of mine. And it's just people. I think people long for a simpler time. In the days that we're in, you know.
So what made you two decide, well, restaurant is the way to go?
Well, my husband has had restaurant experience.
Okay.
He used to work at the Troy Hilton years ago in many different halls, so he has a lot of experience in that, and I have a lot of the marketing side experience, so the two of us blended very well together with our ideas, and that's basically how it started.
Well, you picked a great location. I mean, this building itself has got a lot of history, being back in the old car hop days. You know, the A&W was here. I remember growing up in the 60s. This is probably one of my favorite places as a kid, you know, and now you've brought it back to kind of that same era. But what I really am impressed is with the actual, these are not just faux fronts of automobiles. These are things that you've actually reproduced. Not reproduced, but, you know, reconstructed, right?
That's true.
Tell us a little bit about the story about what you have up here and your work into it.
I'd have to say the majority of the vehicles we walked into a junkyard down in Mount Pleasant, and it's incredible the cars that this man still has in there. I mean, he still has cars from the 30s and 40s in there. And I mean, I could stay in there probably for a month and not get tired of it. But the vehicles that I decided to bring back are, to me, they're the iconic ones that really resonate with people, like the 55 Chevy. I think a little thing that nudged us in the way was because of the old A&W and the car hop, the deal that you were talking about. I think that in itself did push us in that direction. And the love of the classic car, I don't think anybody goes to a car show, they really appreciate what the cars used to look like, the style that they used to have.
And the friendliness of this restaurant is phenomenal too. I mean, those waitresses out there were, just like your little sister or, a friend of yours. I mean, smiling faces was just what I like. I mean, I see that you intentionally went for these type of people, right? The happy people.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. They have really good personalities.
Now, tell me, why Mayo? I mean, of course, the A&W classic theme and history here, but did you guys come up to Mayo often, or how did you run across this business for sale?
Well, I've lived here all my life, basically, since kindergarten, and my husband and I moved back up here about 15 years ago, and we knew it was for sale, and we decided, let's go ahead and purchase it.
So from the thought of purchasing it and the reconstruction and everything, how long did it take for you guys to finally purchase, open, and be as you are today?
2 years and 9 months.
But who's counting? You got the minutes and seconds?
Oh, we opened up on October 17th at 2:35 in the afternoon. We were trying to shoot for 11 a.m., but who would have known after 2 years and 9 months, so.
Yeah, a couple more hours wouldn't make that much of a difference.
Right.
We talk about a little bit of the menu. Who came up with that and why?
Well, we both figured that we should have, names of vehicles for the different sandwiches and so forth. Like we have our Nomad, and we have like a Studebaker baked potato, and we have like our El Dorado sandwich, different named car themes, breakfast ideas. We have our Big Block, our Spark Plug, just different, like our cooling systems, our beverages. So very interesting to make people, read through the menu and realize, this is all around, for a car-themed restaurant.
Right, and cars and the industry is synonymous with Michigan, but I also notice that you go a step further than that. You do feature other Michigan products, don't you?
Yes, we do. We sell Michigan-made products here. We sell Sanders and Cherry Republic and Verner's and House of Flavor ice cream, and we have a new one called Applebee Farm Honey, which is a local honey company in the area. So we are really proud to promote Michigan-made products, which helps the local economy, which then again supports Michigan. So we're dedicated to that.
Oh my, so you've been open just a short time. I mean, you haven't been in business that long here, but you've got a whole future ahead of you. Any idea which way you're going to be going? Or are you just going to take it one day at a time?
Yeah, with opening up in the slower time, I mean, that's something that's not really planned, but it gets all of our workers acclimated to what we're doing, and we'll be better serving the public by doing so.
You guys seem like you're having a lot of fun doing it, though.
Oh yeah. It's. I'll tell you, to me, it's bigger than us. It's a community too. We're offering something different for the community to help everybody out.
And we really appreciate the support of the community. They've been wonderful for us, so we really want to thank them too.
Well, we have all American made food.
Oh my.
We like when we do our appetizers, we like to do them all fresh. We don't believe in anything frozen.
Okay.
And the meat is Angus meat. It's true Angus meat, and it's an all-American burger. It's called a Nomad.
And that's what we're looking at right there.
It has mushrooms, it has Swiss and onions, and bacon, of course.
Oh, okay.
It's not too heart smart, but it's very tasty.
The all-American burger, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
These are our hubcaps.
Hubcaps. What's hubcaps made out of, Lizzie?
Those are our mushrooms, our giant mushrooms. Of course, we had to name it under a car theme. And our onion rings, and our zucchini fingers, and our house-made tzatziki sauce. And the Nomad comes with the chipotle mayo. Yummy! So come on down to Tin Lizzy's.
Tin Lizzy.
We make old-fashioned malts, just like you remember. We have the shakes, the malts, the banana splits. We also have Boston coolers, a Tin Lizzy cooler. We also have the Saunders hot fudge cream puff. many of you are used to. And we also sell like the tin roof, the old-fashioned tin roof with the chocolate syrup and the Spanish nuts. So we have a variety of different type of ice creams, and of course our ice cream is also Michigan made, House of Flavors. We have a turtle brownie sundae, which is delicious. So sometime you all have to come down to Tin Lizzy's and try all of our malts and shakes, and we'll bring you right back to the 1950s and 60s.
The logo is the thing that I'm the most proud of. The cars, very nostalgic, but the logo is something that me and my wife personally designed together. And I'm the most proud of it. I couldn't be happier.
Michigan Magazine is being brought to you in part by Jerry's Joint at West Branch, and with the best burgers in town. Jerry's has a full menu, but when you order the burgers steaming hot, they're made the way you like it. Stack time, made to order. Add fries, and you've got a complete meal. Jerry's Joint of West Branch, home of the best burgers in town. The Michigan-made rebounding mailbox pull. Never again worry about the winter snowplow taking out your mailbox with this ingenious rebounding pull. Your mailbox takes a hit and keeps coming back year after year. Call now or visit their website, toughmailboxes.com. Clemick Sales and Service on Mapes Road, west of Mile, your complete recreational vehicle sales and service connection. Visit their beautiful showroom of new and pre-owned ATVs, lawnmowers, power equipment, snowmobiles, utility vehicles, and more. Clemick Sales and Service is also the home of the American-made Victory motorcycle line on display at Clemick's on Mapes Road, Mile. Rose Valley Winery committed to making quality wines from locally grown cold-hardy grapes. Rose Valley Winery on Beechwood Road, Rose City.
Michigan Magazine has traveled the state discovering wonderful ethnic gourmet foods at restaurants that highlight the dishes of foreign countries. These restaurants have brought to our state the tastes that are unique to other lands. After tasting all these countries' dishes, we got to wondering what it would be like to visit a truly Michigan gourmet restaurant that featured the unique taste of Michigan. Everyone knows that the food that grows here in our state is some of the best in the world, from fruits to fish. Some of it can't be beat for quality and taste. While traveling through northwest Michigan, we made it a point to stop by the Rowe, Michigan's Country Inn near Ellsworth. The Rowe Inn is known for its fine dining that features Michigan products prepared in a gourmet style. We visited with founder and owner of the Rowe Inn, Wes Westhoven, who told us about his unique Michigan cuisine concept and how it all started.
Number one, I grew up in the restaurant business. My parents were restaurateurs, it's in the blood. I'd come up here on vacation and loved the area. Wanted to open a restaurant of my own, something special. And there were so many nice things out there, fruits and morels and fish, and I thought this is the way to go. So we came to specialize in Michigan foods.
And when you started to specialize in Michigan foods, now this was what, some 20-some years ago?
22.
What was the first reactions when you started to do this?
Amazement. I think amazement, really. You know, what we were doing was revolutionary. Nobody had done that before. Northern Michigan, gourmet dining, 1972, it's whitefish and prime rib.
Yeah.
And we were doing some things really that you do in Europe, where they take the fresh things from the fields around the restaurant and cook those, you know, and pick them every day.
Yeah.
Which is what we do. I've got 2 local ladies here that have their gardens devoted entirely to the restaurant. Herbs, the vegetables, the miniature vegetables, which is something nobody had seen before.
Yeah. So it isn't like something that comes in a can or a jar as much. I mean, you specialize in the fresh.
Everything is fresh here. We don't use any canned ingredients, any frozen things. It's all fresh.
Michigan product, most.
That's the emphasis, sure.
Yeah. And the morel mushroom certainly is a standout among all, well, it's not.
They are always on the menu in this restaurant.
Regardless of what time
I
of year.
have pickers out in the spring. They bring the morels in. The ones we can't use fresh, we dry or we freeze. You're going to be having one of our specialties today, which I know you guys are going to be keen on that, the Concept Morel Mushroom Appetizer. Now, we make those up and freeze them during the season, and then as we need them, we take them out of the freezer and serve them. It's a very popular dish here.
So morels is in regardless if it's January,
Exactly.
February, or if it's during the season of May.
We dry the excess. We have commercial dryers here.
Yeah.
But all the mushrooms we use here are picked locally within a couple miles of the restaurant.
Okay, and so what other dish are we going to have here today?
You're going to have a trout roulade, which is like a little trout pinwheel. Kathy's working on them right now. They're stuffed with a morel stuffing and then rolled up and baked. Served with a gingerbread blanc, a white butter sauce, Michigan cherry cobbler.
Oh,
for dessert.
my.
I know you guys are big on dessert. We had to have dessert.
Cherry cobbler, yes.
We're also going to have a whitefish brandade, which is like a piece of French toast that's grilled, and it's got smoked whitefish mixed with olive oil and garlic.
Oh my.
It's a wonderful, wonderful appetizer.
Am I ever glad we come up here today. As you know, like I say, we love food, and this is just exciting as can be. Wes, what is it, where is it you would like to see this go? I mean, naturally, I mean, this has grown and grown. Is there some project or something out there that you would love to see happen?
Well, I
other
think
than what
one of the
other than what
things-
you're doing?
I
Larger?
think we have so many great products in the state of Michigan. Michigan's not been known in the past for its food, for its cooking, for the Michigan products, and I think that's all changed in the last 20 years, and I think the Rowan had a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people now who are emphasizing Michigan products, Michigan foods. Rocky Top Farms here in Ellsworth, American Spoon Food.
Yes.
It's really caught on, and it's not just Michigan, it's national. People are using Michigan products now, our cherries and our mushrooms and all those sorts of things in New York City and San Francisco. And it's really been, the evolution I've seen is what I wanted to see. And that is to see Michigan, to put Michigan on the map culinarily, that we are an important state, that we can cook here, and that we got great food products here.
I'm told you have a fabulous wine cellar. Could you tell us a bit about that?
It's the greatest wine collection in the state of Michigan.
Oh, it is.
I'm into wine and food, and I think the combination is what really makes for wonderful dining. So we have a giant array of wines here. People make destination trips here because of the wine cellar. And we do emphasize some Michigan wines too.
Okay.
We've got some very good Michigan wines in the state now.
And
I
that's
think that evolution we were talking about has happened with Michigan wines too. Out in Leelanau, in the Grand Traverse Bay area, we got some very good wineries now. And we like to bring not just the food to the table, but the wine that goes well with it. So you got to have some Michigan wine to go with your Michigan dishes.
okay.
So they're here. And
All right.
there's we have about 1,300 different wine selections in the cellar. There's about 16,000 bottles here on inventory. It really
Wow.
is. It really is.
That is a collection.
I don't know of another collection that's larger in the state of Michigan.
My goodness.
So we try to bring not just great food in, but
Yeah.
great wine in too. And
How old is some of the wine that you have here? What is
the
what would be
oldest
one of
wine in the
oldest
cellar
wines?
is 1921. That's probably before you were born, Del.
Probably.
Maybe not
yeah.
very, but
Yes, a bit.
I didn't have Michigan wines on the list in this restaurant for the first 10 years I was here.
But now.
I didn't consider the wines good enough to be on the table in my restaurant. That's all changed, though.
So we've come a long, long way. I mean,
Absolutely.
the wineries have came a long way.
And the food's come a long way.
Michigan has got where you might say that there's some pride, some real pride in our
absolutely.
food and our wines. And, Barry and I find that to be true, too. About every place that we go, people that we talk to are, they're positive about what's happening. And that's what makes it worthwhile for us to go out and to talk to folks like you. Well, on that note, Wes, we're going to talk to Kathy, sample the
You
food,
just want to eat, I can tell.
and we're going to look at the winery downstairs.
We ought to take a look at the cellar, too.
Okay, thanks again.
Del.
We're back here in the kitchen with Kathy Rice, and Kathy Rice is Wes's head chef here, and she is preparing the meal that he so eloquently spoke of out there.
Wow.
And can you tell us what you're doing right here, right now, Kathy?
Well, I'm just grilling the French bread for the brandade that we're going to serve as our appetizer. And getting the veggies up, and I've got some things in the oven right now, but I could put together a trout roulade for you right now and show you how we do that if you'd like.
Okay. And who we got here?
I'm Lisa Huckle.
Hi, Lisa. And who we got over there?
Sharon Gardner.
Sharon Gardner and...
Linnell Schutz.
Okay, and over here, this is a
our
real trout.
friend, Mr. Trout. They come from Glacier Springs Trout Farm over by Belair. They come to us as we need them.
And is this, what kind of a trout would this be?
This is a rainbow trout.
Rainbow.
And it's farm raised. basically are ready to roll here when we get them, but we're going to take
Fillet in it?
it off and take the skin off. And what we're putting in the trout is a morel mushroom duxelle. We made this last May when the morels were in season. It's chopped morels, shallots, port wine, a lot of seasonings, and it's cooked down and really concentrated. It's got a wonderful concentrated morel flavor, and it's a wonderful filling for lots of different things. But the thing that people like about this is there's no bones.
Oh, yes.
It doesn't look like a fish hardly at all when you get done, but it tastes wonderful. Some butter and some white wine in that. Cover it up and then it'll bake.
Well, while the trout roulade was baking, Kathy and her staff continued preparing other delicacies like brandade, the freshly picked garden vegetables, delicious roasted red potatoes, and one of our favorites, pecan-stuffed Michigan morel mushrooms.
Time to stop talking about it and eat it.
All right.
And that's just what we did. First the trout roulade. Then the pecan-stuffed morel mushrooms. Delicious. A big thanks to West Westhoven and Chef Kathy, along with the entire staff of the Rowe, Michigan's Country Inn of Ellsworth, for providing the world with the unique gourmet taste of Michigan.
That's all the time we've got for this edition. We'll check in with you right here next week on RFD or online at MichiganMagazine.com. Y'all have a great week, and we'll see you here next week. We'd like to thank all those that help keep Michigan Magazine on the road. For home medical and healthcare products, visit Rose City Drug at 2640 North M33, just south of Rose City city limits. Rose City Drug has a complete diabetic department, including shoes. Serving Michigan for over 20 years. Rose City Drug, Rose City. Discount Foods, downtown Mile. Find national name brand foods and merchandise at sharply discounted prices. Shop the smart way and please the family without breaking the budget. Discount Foods, downtown Mile. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare. A winning combination. Cops and Donuts.